It's Richard, founder of ShortTermRentalSecrets.com and Airbnb Superhost. Charles and I were about to film a video and like a real life situation's unfolding, and we thought, let's pause and be flexible and roll with the punches. And it also perfectly addresses a question that we received from one of our Facebook comments, so let's get right into it. So this is something that we all wrestle with as hosts, and the question basically was, we have these house rules, how do you know when to enforce them and when do you let it slide? And literally, as I was about to start filming this, I got a text message from a group of, I presume, single ladies that are visiting from Norway. There's supposed to be 6 of them. They had a little bit of difficulty getting into the house. We walked them through that. There was no problem. Turns out that my maid was actually still inside and she had locked the door while she was there. My maid then notified me that there's 8 people and the reservation says 6. So that was sort of like an antenna went up. I'm not all that happy about that, but I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But I'm looking at the reservation. It's for multiple nights during high season. We're getting a lot of money. My maid didn't give me any indication to think that they were, not treating the place with respect or that they were going to be there partying or doing anything like that. But my 2 choices are, really push on the fact that only 6 people can stay there, and I think there's 8, and try and understand like who else these other people are and try and enforce the fact that only 6 people can stay there. Or I can be a little bit more generous and believe that they're good people and that there's some other explanation for it. And given the fact that I really care about the reviews and they seem like they're good people and my maid didn't tell me otherwise, right now I'm leaning towards just doing nothing, having my antenna up in case something else does come up. But for right now, it seems to me that I'm going to quote unquote let it slide and just go with it. Pushing it really hard just doesn't seem like that cool. They don't necessarily seem to me like they're lying. They stop pushing about the extra bedding, so I assume that either they've sorted it out or they're really not staying there. Whatever it is, these are one of those instances where I'm not there personally, I can't meet them, I'm trusting my team that was there, my cleaning lady, I'm trusting these good people that I assume are good people from abroad, and it's a good reservation and I care a lot about my reviews. So look, I'm not suggesting that you always let it slide or that the reviews are most important. I think that there's a lot of things about, like you've heard me say it before, trusting your gut. My gut tells me that this is a miscommunication or it's not that big a deal or these people are going to be out enjoying New York City, and even if 8 of them sleep there for a couple of nights, it's not the end of the world. It's happened before. That said, if I had a really negative feeling in my gut or the tone or there was anger or my maid said, hey, something is weird here, then I wouldn't let it slide. And that's just one of those judgment calls that you have to make for yourself. So the reviews are important, but they're not the end-all be-all. What's most important is that your home is maintained, that you don't take additional liability, that everyone's going to be healthy and safe, and that you don't put your neighborhood or your neighbors in an awkward situation. In this particular case, I think all that's going to be fine. At least I'm hopeful. That's one of the things that I like about Airbnb in the community, and I do believe in it, and I generally am optimistic. So in this particular case, I'm going to let it slide, but I'd love to know what you would do, and I'd also love to know what situations you've encountered where you're kind of like, what do I do and how do I deal with it? We've all been there. Let's share and learn from one another. I hope you've liked this video. Please like it, and most importantly, subscribe.